I want to share with you a few secrets to really boost your e-commerce store sales this year. And it's important to really understand that if you want to reach, let's say, a 10K or even more in revenue every single month in sales, you have to really implement a few things. So here are the top secrets I want you to really pay attention to. The first thing is you need to make social media a priority. I don't care what kind of niche you're in. Social media is going to be quite essential for your store, not only in the short run but also in the long run. Why? Nowadays you have about 3 billion folks, 3 billion active users on social media every single month. That's a lot of folks. Okay, people are naturally going to social media for entertainment, for education, but most importantly, for also for business. I mean, for shopping. Okay, so if you want to really increase your e-commerce store sales real fast, you need to really make social media a priority. A lot of times, social media, let's say a lot of times social media is seen by entrepreneurs, by online entrepreneurs, as let's say as an afterthought. No, it has to be the primary thought. It has to be the first thought. Gone are the days for you. Gone are the days where you had to rely on your blog to drive traffic to your online store, or gone are the days where you were relying on organic traffic. Okay, like let's say SEO to drive traffic to your online store. Nowadays, you can still do so, but social media is going to help you big time. Okay, so social media is a great platform for e-commerce stores because it enables you to increase brand awareness, promote your business, and engage with your target customers. And in this economy, who wouldn't want that? Okay, who wouldn't want that for their online store? And the cool thing is that you want to share content that will be visible to your target customer, promoting your products, responding to comments and messages, and trying to get as many people following your page as possible. That's how you can solidify some revenue over time. You also want to make product details stand out, and it's not about just what the features are. It's about the benefits for the customers. Okay, so it's very hard to sell a product online without high quality product details. Okay, so you have to really emphasize those details more prominently. So first thing, make social media a priority. Second thing, you want to make your product details stand out by focusing on the value the value the product is actually adding to your customers' lives. If you want to really boost your e-commerce store sales, you want to add a chatbot. Why? See, the thing is that you're not available 24/7, yet your customers are. Okay, especially if you have a global audience, you don't want to miss sales while you're sleeping. Okay, if you're sleeping and somebody's asking a question and you're not there because you're a human. Okay, you have to have a system whereby you are automating the interaction with the customer 24/7, 365. And a chatbot can really help you get that. Especially during the very high season, like around the holiday season, for instance, where your team, you or your team are really busy taking care of other stuff. Having a chatbot can be really helpful. So it's really a good idea to add a chatbot or a live chat feature on your e-commerce store. So this is to say that if people still have questions even after your high quality product details have have been added, they can still find answers. This is important because if customers have to wait for a response, then they are more likely to use a different store, and you do not want them to use a different store. You want them to buy from your store. Also, you want to use e-commerce SEO. If you are trying to really boost your e-commerce sales this year, you want to use SEO. Of course, I spoke about the importance of social media, but SEO remains quite essential, especially when it comes to scalability. Social media can help you a certain point, but SEO is going to really bring that level of organic traffic that you really need, and you need that organic traffic on a consistent basis. So SEO, search engine optimization, will help you. So to boost your store's visibility and improve its rankings, you want to really make sure that you are outsourcing the SEO work maybe to a third party, to an agency, for instance. If you don't have the expertise in house, it's just maybe better to really think about having an agency to kind of help you out, okay? So that you can rank high on search engines, you can attract more organic traffic, and you can enhance brand reputation across the board. Again, across multiple geographies, but also across multiple brand touch posts. If you are trying to really boost your e-commerce store sales this year, you want to sell products that are always in demand. Okay, don't try to reinvent the wheel. You want to sell products that people need all the time and they have to be replenished. Think about soap, for instance. Think about cosmetics, things that need to be. Think about toothpaste. Think about don't try to don't try to reinvent the wheel and try to really go to. I mean, go for those niche products. No, use everyday products. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes that people make when setting up an e-commerce store is selling products that are not high in demand and are often too niche, usually a passion of theirs. Okay, no, you want to go for utility. Okay, utility products. You want to look at what products are trending and then create a themed store. That way, you'll have a clear idea about what really can boost your revenue real fast. Okay, and you can also reach your target customer base real fast too. So currently, a few good themes to consider include health and fitness. You have beauty. You have leisure wear. You have baby and parenting, and you have pets. If you think about it, those are categories that people have to replenish every single month or every single week for that matter. If you think about baby and parenting, I mean, people have babies all the time, and that baby is a human, of course, that has needs, and those needs have to be met, right? Things like hygiene, for instance, the Pampers. I mean, those are things that will never actually that will never be that no parents will ever allow that to be depleted. Okay, to have that kind of inventory of Pampers, for instance, be depleted. Okay, so they always need to buy. So this is the kind of items that you want to carry so that you can make money on a consistent basis. You also want to offer free shipping. So if you are trying to really boost your e-commerce store sales this year, think about offering free shipping. And because people will always be impressed when there is an option for free shipping, and you will find that one of the primary reasons that people abandon their carts is the cost of shipping. So a smart way to offer this is to offer free shipping when people spend a certain amount, which will encourage people to fill up their basket and boost your sales. So you are trying to increase your average order value. So in addition to a free shipping, you also need to make sure that it is a smooth checkout experience and that your packages always arrive on time and safely, okay, through a reliable courier service. You should also offer free returns because people often need to return e-commerce products, especially clothes. If you are trying to boost your e-commerce store sales this year, you got to really pay attention to referral schemes and as well as using data analytics tools. So when I speak about referral schemes, it's important to understand that referral schemes function through the powerful element of word of mouth, right? So word of mouth is crucial when it comes to e-commerce, especially when it comes to social proof. Okay, customers are comfortable when they know a friend of theirs or somebody that they can relate to has already bought from your store and has had a powerful experience, a wonderful experience. Okay, everybody's thinking about having a wonderful experience. Shoppers, at least. Okay, it's not just about buying from your store. It's about having a wonderful experience, and your job is to really make sure the experience is as beautiful as possible. So basically, if you want to get more traffic to your store and you want to reach a much larger audience, you got to really think about referral schemes. And nowadays, in this economy, it's very complicated, it's very hard to get noticed, okay, online. It's very difficult to actually attract the kind of buzz that you need to your store to actually make a decent living. So, encouraging existing customers to recommend your store to their network allows you to reach a much larger group and you will also be benefiting from word of mouth marketing, which remains highly effective and should lead to more sales. The whole idea here is that you got to really understand that referral schemes are kind of cool to a certain extent, and you do not want to really start paying folks for a referral. Otherwise, your budget will be depleted real fast. Okay, because referral has to be something natural. If people like your store, if people like the products you're selling, they should naturally refer you to friends and family, right? So make the referral organic. Don't try to really force it through payments. You also want to use data analytics tools. I've said this before, but if you are trying to really scale your sales, using tech, using data insights, using technology insights can really help you big time. Okay, it can sometimes be hard to know how the business is performing and where you are going wrong and where you're going right. Data analytics actually can give you a clear set of insights into things like customer behavior and also how different aspects of the business are performing. That way, you know exactly what works and what doesn't work. Okay, especially if you have to move real fast. And so you are able to get things done in a certain manner, and you can take action with confidence, especially when you need to have the kind of strategy that is needed to actually boost sales, to boost sales by a large margin. So let me give you other factors here, other facts, not other factors, other facts. The thing is, if you are trying to really boost your e-commerce store and you are trying to really do so on a consistent basis, you need to build a pre-launch audience whenever you can, whenever you are launching your store or whenever you are thinking about solidifying your existing base. Okay, now it's important to understand that basically, if you spend all your money launching your store, you would have actually lost a lot of cash. But if you really think about pre-launching your store, that's pretty good because sometimes if you have to do things simultaneously, like if you have to launch a store, you have to think about your brand, you have to think about this, think about that, think about this, think about that. It's a lot of stuff happening. And what happens here is that those efforts that you have often require a bit of time before they start delivering the desired sales results. In the meantime, you'll be paying web hosting fees, you'll be paying for PPC ads, you'll be paying for social media ads, you'll be paying for so many expenses without the sales revenue to cover it. Instead, what you want to do here is that you want to start your marketing early by building a pre-launch audience. That way, you can really, have confidence that the revenue will come. I mean, this is important, especially if you are thinking about the solidifying the brand revenue over time. So what I'm telling you here, you can see it happening all the time with Kickstarter campaigns or Indiegogo. Okay, those campaigns usually collect funding and build buzz before the project is ready. So even if you're not creating a completely new or original product, you still need to spread the word here. Social media contests, product giveaways, and email list signups can all help you build an audience so your store can make sales on opening day. And that's what you want. You also want to focus on the customer lifetime value. So if you are trying to really boost your e-commerce sales, you want to, over time, you want to reduce your customer acquisition cost, your CAC. Your CAC is going to help you big time because what you want is you want to really like if you were spending maybe $1 or $2 on your CAC at the beginning, you want to really bring it to maybe 30 cents or 25 cents. Okay, that way in the end you're not going to really spend a lot. Okay, this is important. Conversion rates also is another important element. Converting customers is hard, very complicated. In fact, most estimates, and those are the very optimistic estimates, they put the average conversion rate at around 1 to 3%. Because of this, you need to make every sale count. You won't be in business long if your average customer only spends a few dollars. Okay, so to succeed in this area, you need to focus on something called a CLV, your customer lifetime value, instead of just the initial sale. So naturally, this requires you to deliver a quality customer experience for that initial sale to actually trigger other subsequent sales. Okay. It also means that you need to do some follow up all the time. So, one of the best ways to do this is through email marketing. So, a quality email campaign allows you to follow up with customers about their initial purchase while also reaching out for holidays and other special shopping seasons. So, increasing your CLV will lower your cost per conversion and help you generate lasting sales results. And that's what you want. You want to have those lasting sales results over time. If you also want to really boost your store sales, it's important to pay attention to the the whole process of remarketing. So you need to leverage the power of remarketing because again, this goes back to what I said earlier about reducing your CAC, your customer acquisition cost. So most e-commerce professionals invest a fair amount of their budget into marketing with the goal of getting new customers to visit their sites and make a purchase, right? But what about the people you have already convinced actually? If you're not targeting them through remarketing campaigns, you could be missing out on a significant profit. So this is important. And the point I was trying to make here is that repeat customers are not like your best bet. They're only more likely to buy from you again in the future if you are able to talk to them in a very clear manner, okay, in a very strategic manner. So they are also tend to spend more money because they have already spent with you and they're comfortable spending more because the experience was preferably, ideally positive. Okay, so there was a study that came out last month that showed that repeat customers have 60 to 70% chance of making another purchase in the future. Numbers that far outperform e-commerce's typical conversion rate. Okay, so make sure that your Facebook and AdWords campaigns specifically target those that have already visited your site to ensure a stronger marketing ROI. You want to really let customers do the talking. So here I'm speaking about UGC among others. So user generated content. Okay, user generated content is going to be powerful for your online store. So you want to really build a strong brand identity because you want to form an emotional connection with your target audience. And so when you're able to cultivate strong relationships with your most passionate customers, you can then leverage their enthusiasm to spread word of mouth for your store. That's what you want also in terms of flexibility. So, one thing you need to understand here is that your customers will not always do this word of mouth marketing on their own. You gotta really nudge them like subtly. You gotta do it politely, but you gotta really guide them. You often need to provide some extra motivation. Don't be afraid to reach out to your top customers with personalized messages, asking for a testimonial, or simply to get their input on your products and services. Okay. You can also use a social media contest to build enthusiasm and spread the word, actually. So, the more you do to personalize those interactions, the more likely your customers are to become true brand ambassadors who drive new business to your store. This is an important element to really think about. Another aspect when it comes to boosting your e-commerce store sales is to really think about drop shipping. I mean, you don't have to amass let's say inventory. No, you can really outsource that part to a third party and really focus on marketing. Okay, so drop shipping can really help you big time, especially if you are in a very competitive niche and you're trying to really reduce tasks as much as possible. So, drop shipping, the process of having your product sent directly from the manufacturer to the consumer, has actually simplified the sales for many e commerce professionals, especially those that are, again, selling very competitive everyday items. So, one thing you need to understand is that drop shipping can really help you big time if you know how to do it because drop shipping does have some pitfalls, some potential pitfalls. The most common issues when it comes to drop shipping include slow shipping times, no tracking numbers for your customers, and low quality products. Which means what? You need to source quality products from your drop shipping suppliers, and you have to really trust your drop shipping suppliers to ship quality product to your customers. Okay, because customers don't know that you're getting your products from drop shippers. No, they think you are the one sending them the product. So they are expecting certain quality from you, and if the quality is not there, then you are just losing out on potential sales. Okay, so you want to make sure that, for instance, you perform a quality check of your supplier's product before you begin drop shipping. This way, you can have confidence that your products live up to your brand promise. And for shipping, you want to select a quality fulfillment company that offers a trackable courier solution. This way, customers won't have to endure lengthy delays, and they will always know when their order will arrive. Okay, so you are able to get things done from a scalability point of view. You can really handle 10 orders a day to 1,000 orders a day to 1 million orders a day. It's all about scalability. It's all about having the proper tools, the proper software to get things done in a scalable manner. This is important for the long run, for your long-term success. In closing, today's conversation, I spoke to you about some e-commerce store owners' secrets to boost sales. I'll give you the top secrets and also the other facts. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.